Common things you'll find in every Amish home. 1. Handmade furniture, built with care, made to last. Step into an Amish home, and the first thing you'll notice? The furniture. It's not like the factory-made stuff that breaks after a few years. Oh no, Amish furniture is solid, real wood, heavy, the kind of furniture you can pass down for generations. A massive oak table, rocking chairs that creak just a little, beds so sturdy you wonder if they'll ever need replacing. They won't. Every piece tells a story. A grandfather built this dresser 50 years ago. That bookshelf, carved by hand, no nails, just joints fitted together so perfectly they hold like glue. No flashy decorations, just smooth wood polished with time and care. Some of it's been around longer than the kids running around the house. And the best part? The Amish don't buy furniture. They make it. 2. Oil lamps, a different kind of glow. There's no electricity, not a single flickering bulb. Instead, there's oil lamps. They sit on tables, windowsills, hanging from the ceiling sometimes. And when the sun goes down, that's when the magic happens. A small flame flickers to life. The glow is softer, warmer. Shadows dance on the walls. It's not the cold, sterile light of a modern lamp. No hum of electricity, just the quiet crackle of burning oil. Some lamps are simple, just glass and metal. Others? Hand-painted glass, passed down from great-grandmothers. A little chipped, a little worn, but still burning bright. When there's a gathering, a few more are lit. The whole room glows. Conversations feel deeper. Stories sound richer. Maybe it's the light. Maybe it's the quiet. 3. The wood stove, more than just heat. A wood-burning stove stands in the heart of the home. Always. In the kitchen, in the center of the living space, somewhere people gather. It's more than just warmth. It's survival. Winters are long cold. Outside, the wind howls. Inside, the stove crackles. The heat wraps around you, makes your fingers tingle when you step close. Someone's always tossing in another log. The smell of burning wood lingers. And the best part? This stove isn't just for heating. It's for cooking. Bread rising in the oven. A pot of soup bubbling on top. Clothes drying on a rack nearby. Even on the coldest nights, this stove keeps the home alive. Without it, winters would be unbearable. 4. Amish quilts, a stitch in time. Every Amish home has them. Quilts. Not store-bought, not mass-produced. Hand-stitched, every last one. And they aren't just pretty. They tell stories. Some are simple. Dark blues, deep purples, quiet colors. Others? A burst of colors, stars, diamonds, patterns stitched with precision. Amish women gather to sew them together, chatting, laughing, sharing news. The work takes months, sometimes years. A wedding quilt is stitched with love, gifted to a young couple starting their life together. A baby's quilt? Softer, smaller, wrapped around tiny fingers and toes. These quilts don't just sit on beds. They hang on walls. They cover rocking chairs. They warm hands on cold mornings. A good quilt lasts a lifetime, sometimes longer. 5. The dining table, more than just a table. The Amish don't eat on the couch. They don't rush through meals. They gather around a long, solid table built to fit everyone, parents, children, grandparents. The table's worn smooth by years of elbows resting on it, scratched from plates, forks, hands tapping during long conversations. Meals are big, hearty, made from scratch. Fresh bread, butter churned that morning, steaming potatoes, roasted meats, thick soups. No distractions, no phones, no buzzing screens, no TV playing in the background. Just the sound of voices, the clinking of spoons, laughter, sometimes quiet, sometimes deep discussions, and always, always prayer before the first bite. A table like this, it's not just furniture, it's family. 6. A home without decorations. Amish homes don't scream for attention. They don't need to. There's beauty in simplicity. No framed family photos on the walls. No neon colors. No clutter. Just smooth wooden floors, walls painted soft white. maybe pale blue. A shelf with a few books. A small, embroidered sampler, stitched with a Bible verse. That's all. Every object has a purpose. A rocking chair isn't just for decoration. It's where Grandma sits, knitting in the afternoons. A sturdy wooden bench isn't just pretty. It's where the children put on their boots before heading out. Nothing wasted, nothing extra. The space feels peaceful, quiet. The kind of quiet you don't find in the modern world anymore. 7. A pantry full of jars. Step into an Amish kitchen, open the pantry, and you'll see them. Rows and rows of jars. Glass jars filled with peaches, green beans, pickles, tomatoes. Canned by hand one by one. In the summer, the Amish work hard. Harvesting, peeling, chopping, boiling. Preserving food for winter. Because once the snow comes, the garden's buried. The world slows down. But the pantry? Always full. No need for grocery store trips. No need for frozen dinners. Everything they need is right there, sealed tight in those jars. The sight is comforting, a reminder that they are prepared. Always. 8. Books, Bibles, and stories. In an Amish home, you won't find a television. No screens, no video games, but books everywhere. Not the flashy, best-selling novels. Not fantasy or science fiction. The Bible, of course. Olden books passed down. Stories of faith, of struggle, of survival. Sometimes an old diary, written in careful, slanted handwriting, sits on a shelf. A grandfather's words, a grandmother's recipes. Books filled with wisdom. On long winter nights, families sit together, reading aloud by the light of an oil lamp. No distractions, just words, just stories. 9. The sewing machine that needs no electricity. A sewing machine, big, black, old. No power cord, no buttons, just a treadle at the bottom, rocking back and forth, moving with the rhythm of careful hands. The Amish sew their own clothes. Their dresses, their shirts, their hats. Simple, practical, no frills, no fancy patterns. Just good fabric, stitched with care. The sewing machine is a centerpiece in many homes. Women gather around it, working together, stitching for hours. Clothes, quilts, curtains, everything made by hand. Because store-bought? Not their way. 10. The buggy shed, the Amish garage. No cars in an Amish home. But out back, a buggy shed. Inside, a sleek black buggy. Wheels polished, reins hanging neatly. This is their transportation. No speeding down highways, no honking horns. Just the slow, steady rhythm of hooves on the road. The buggy is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of tradition, of a slower way of life. Inside the shed, you'll find harnesses, brushes for the horses, maybe even a few tools. But no engines, no gas cans, just wood, leather, and quiet determination.